Hi, so I am Zoe from Healthy Living Platform, and thank you for joining our chat today with Rosemary. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to hand you over to Nick, who is one of our trustees at Healthy Living Platform, who will be introducing the session. Thank you everyone for joining. If you feel comfortable, please put your camera on so we can see your lovely faces, but no worries if not. Okay, thank you. I'll pass you over to Nick.
Okay, thanks a lot, Zoe, and welcome everyone. It's wonderful to see all of you here. Right, so we're going to be joining Rosemary, who's going to be showing us about cooking and showing us a few tricks in Caribbean cooking regarding washout, clean out, cleansing, detox. You know, a lot of the time I say to friends, friends who are who don't have African heritage, African or Caribbean heritage, they ask me about African cooking and so on. And a lot of people don't seem to be aware about the healthy aspects or the healthy focus of Afro-Caribbean cooking. So I'm really, really, really glad that we have a champion, an absolute champion in Rosemary, who's going to be leading us today for this show today. Hi, Rosemary, how are you?
Oh, well, I wish I was cooking today, but I'm not.
Yes.
I'm just going to give a background of when I was growing up, and actually what we ate, how we got rid of it, and what's in the environment. That's what I'm talking about. Just my personal experience.
Wonderful. Thank you. And as we've talked about before, I hope you'll be sort of showing us how it travels through the generations, so to speak, how it's traveled from your parents to you and then to your children and so on and so forth. We're really interested in that, particularly the evolution of food, the evolution of ideas, the evolution of stories throughout the generations. I think that's a strong focus of what we're trying to do for this month, or all our events this month. So I shall hand over to you, and yes, I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh dear. I'm Rosemary, and my parents are West Indian Jamaicans, and I came to one of the Zoom meetings, and we were discussing about different things with Black History Month, and I spoke about detoxing, and for detoxing we used to call it washout, and the Europeans come with this detoxing.
Yes.
We used to do washout from the day I remember, and not as I think we started washout from maybe 10, 12. We had a good diet. I mean, nowadays they call it vegetarian or vegan. We used to say ITAL. The rest of them had it from day one.
Yes.
So wash out now. So I need this to help me because my memory's not very good.
That's fantastic. I always use notes myself because sometimes you think, oh, I can remember everything, but no, to get everything right, I always use notes. Always. Wonderful.
So, I looked it up, and it said West Indian slang that was for washout, to clean out one's body system by means of laxative, usually in the form of tea of some sort. Now, what is detox? It's a process or period of time in which one abstains from or get rid of the body toxin or unhealthy substance detoxification. Right, my experience and what I done, I wanted to do a research about it, but unfortunately my sister died and we had a funeral to deal with, so I couldn't really do that. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go through my memory and speak to a couple friends.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And sorry to hear about your sister's passing, but we very much appreciate you're still being here today. Thank you so much, Rosemary. Carry the peace.
That's why Sadie said she'll be here. And it was so funny because, as I said, I remember being at home, getting ready for this it wasn't even like a medication, but when it was time for our detox or our washout, we all had to stand in a line. But I'll give you a history of us so you can imagine us as children. So it was 5 of us, 4 girls and 1 boy, and there was 4 others in Jamaica. So 5 children here. So it would come from the top. So it's Annette, me, Rosie, Barbara, Angela, and Clifford. So the eldest one first. And we'd all stand up there like soldiers, you know, waiting for this bitter. So you know it's going to taste good, you know? And we were making up our face, but we daresn't. Close our open our mouth, and making this bitter. Woo. Horrible. At the time, we didn't even know it was called Senna. You know? Whatever it was, this herb thing. Because sometimes we had, I'm sure it was like herb with honey, or we had the tea.
Or the bread.
Tea. Or what was it?
Bread. Do you remember when they put it on the bread, the hard dough bread, sprinkle it on the hard dough bread?
Oh, there's different things.
Different ways.
Yeah, different ways. And then we would have to drink it. And even sometimes my mum was lovely, really, because she used to give us the bitter thing. Then she used to give us some honey, you know. And I remember having it, and then she just sort of, it's so bitter. You know, you do a little tap dance. Ooh, like you're in the spirit, you know. That's why you couldn't do nothing more. You couldn't spit it out, you had to swallow it while you're there. You know? And the other thing that came to mind was, and I've said to some of my friends I spoke to, about, oh my God, all of us, 5 of us had it. And 1 toilet.
Yes.
Hallelujah. You know? And that's what I was thinking today. When I do this, I wonder if it happens to other families, because I'm thinking, hold it up, you know. I know everybody's bodies work differently, but you're thinking, why? We were good.
Well, thank goodness it did.
You know, because we, you know, and I think that we had ours, because as I said, it's only amazing now that you realise how healthy we really were.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
You know, we were very, very healthy. And so that was, some people I spoke to, they had a washout. I spoke to one lady called Cynthia, and she was brought up in Jamaica, and she had something called single liquid of life.
Yes.
She remembered having that in a little red box. Yeah, and she had that, had it quite often, and she would have it on a Saturday, and she would have that once a month.
Okay.
You know, and
how often did you have yours?
Well, you know, as I said, we were very healthy, and to me, it seemed like we had it just before when we had holidays, like every
6 weeks holidays.
Yeah, we had it, you know, and because we weren't bunged up, we went to toilet very often, you know, but it's just like, as I said, washed out, so we did feel clean. And one thing, because I had a little instrument I was going to bring out, because I don't know if I'm sure we did, this little sound you had in your stomach, and it made it like a thunderous, when your belly's turning, and you're making this sound, and you're thinking like your belly's going to come out, you know, rumbling, like the drums beating, everything's moving. Oh, just like you want to dance, you know, like dancing in your stomach, you know you're ready.
Yes, everyone's thinking, where did Michael Jackson get that moonwalk from? Now they know. Now they know.
Every party you dance, your belly down is dancing. Dancing, you know.
Have you got the instrument near you?
Sorry?
Have you got that instrument you're talking about near you?
Yeah, I'll go get it 1 minute.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, brilliant. my head almost burst at some point there, just laughing so much. Dawn, did you say you had something different?
Well, we used to have Liquid of Life also.
Mm-hmm.
And there was the senna that Rosemary is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And also, for, like if we had the tummy ache, my mum used to boil Cersei and the skin of the orange and mix it together and give it to you. That was awful. You know what? I didn't like any of them, but like Rosie said, we didn't have a choice.
Yes.
And also what they used to do as well, once you sort of like grew up and like started to have your own family, when baby reached 6 weeks old, mom used to always say, you have to take a washout. So she would give you that detox then.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but it was horrible.
Well, you see, that's what I was thinking when Rosie was talking at the beginning. I was thinking, well, a lot of the best things in life aren't sort of very nice, but you know,
indeed,
we take them.
Indeed. Yeah, but like Rosie said, we were. But then I suppose things of course where we were all very healthy, but I also feel that the food that we were eating then would be regarded as organic now.
Yes.
Everything was so much purer compared to what they're spraying everything with now. You get to a stage now where you're not eating a lot of the things because you know that it's not good for you.
Absolutely. And of course, if you go to any health food shop right now, you see senna being sold in different forms. You know.
Indeed.
Yeah. And oh, anyway, sorry, Rosie, we're ready for you. We can't hear it very well.
Yes.
Can everyone else unmute? Can everyone else mute themselves so we can hear it properly? Sorry.
And you're 10 or 12, and you're hearing this in your stomach.
Oh.
You feel like your belly button is coming out. You're wondering what's happening to me. Like you've been birthed. Mommy, as you said, never mind. You're going to be all right. Take time, darling. You want to go to the toilet? No, not yet. Go sit on the toilet. No. No, go on there, no. Because you won't be in control soon.
Brilliant.
Well, the good thing is that then, as I said, after you do release yourself and everything else, you get up and you sit with everything. But after that, you do feel good.
Yes.
You know? Yeah, you feel really, really good. And with my grandchildren, that, as I said, from me to my children, and it wasn't so, because even though we felt good, I remember thinking, I ain't giving my kids Cersei, you know, and I did. But because we, as I said, I don't know what it was with us when we was growing up, you know, we felt like when my mum said she's giving us Cersei, the bitter tea, we had to drink it. And they weren't over us with a belt or anything, but we had to drink it. With my firstborn, my children, you give them the Cersei and they drink it. No. And you sort of, Go put honey in there, and you had little this and you had little that, and then you think, no, you're not going to let them have it. Yeah. So I ended up prune juice. Or the packet, or the fresh prune juice.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it with fruits. That's what we normally give them. You know, with my grandkids now, my grandson's dad is a Rasta. So from day one, they've been getting the bitters. So they're used to it.
Yes.
You know? So when I say Cersei, oh yeah, Granddad Randy give us Cersei all the time.
Wow.
So wow. So Cersei was nothing.
Yeah.
So we start them from young, they're okay.
Yeah.
Nothing too bitter. It will have lime and lemon tea, lemon drink, and everything. You know. So when we think we're doing them a favour, because we never like it, we're thinking, oh no. You know, you start them young. You know.
That's the key.
Yes, all these little.
That's very true, actually, because they say that you a lot of the time, you know, like the baby food you buy, they often sweeten it to so that it's kind of like a sales ploy. But they say if you start kids on very bitter food, you know, then like you say, their taste buds, you know, they adjust to it, and they're more likely to eat other foods.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like in keeping. Yeah.
These
Makes sense.
farmers, we were getting them from time. You know, this is what we grow on.
So your grandchildren are completely used to it?
Yes. You know, we used to go to Tesco's and like dragon fruit.
Oh yeah.
You know.
What did you hold up before the dragon fruit?
Oh, Guinea.
Yeah.
You know, all these sorts of
what was that fruit? I've not heard of it. The
Guinea, and when you peel it, you can peel it.
What's it called?
Guinea.
Guinea. Oh,
yeah, Guinea.
Has anyone else here had that? I've never heard it.
Oh, it's the Caribbean and probably Africa as well. Mainly the Caribbeans. It is in Africa, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Can you show it again, please, Mama Rosie? How can I get Mama Rosie's screen on my screen?
Can you see it?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Diane, if you put it in, if you do speaker view, I think you're more likely to, then the person speaking comes up.
That's what I've got. So if she's putting it up and not speaking.
You need to speak when you put it up.
You see it now, darling?
Where did you get it? Brixton Market?
Yeah. Yep. There's a lady called Esme.
Oh, yeah, I know this one.
Yeah, you could, yeah. Can you see it now?
I know this one, yes.
Yeah. And it's also good for constipation. Because it's all about
yes. I can't remember what it's called in Elware, but I know it.
Yeah.
Can you give us an idea about sort of the concoction you'd make with this and dragon fruit, and maybe how you'd make it?
Well, wouldn't make nothing with that. That's just fruit that you'd eat, you know. But things like pineapple, you can make pineapple juice, carrot juice. That's what we grew up on. Beetroot juice.
Yes.
You know,
it's
all those.
Combine the two together.
Yeah. And that's what we had growing up. That was just natural. That's something that we had every Sunday. We'd have all the juices, cucumber juice, everything. Cucumber and ginger, lemon in it. You know, these are things that we done. That was normal. That was something that we didn't have all those concentrated drinks. You know, the normal Caribbean thing, or African thing, or whatever. That we done. You know,
without juicers and blenders.
Oh, remember the carrot?
That's
remember
what I was going to say.
Grating the coconut.
That's right.
You know?
And they did the same with the carrot, the same with the beetroot, juice it all out, and then you get your combinations. So some days pineapple juice, like Rosemary said, carrot juice with beetroot and ginger. Sometimes milk, yes. Sometimes milk would be applied, but when they did it without the milk, then it was ital juice.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we grew up on that.
Yeah. So
that's why we look so good now.
Of course. you might joke about that actually, but you know, a lot of the time, you know, people say, "Oh, you know, your skin looks so good," and so on and so forth. And really, it's I think a lot of it is related to diet. You know, things we take for granted. Things we take for granted all the time, but it travels across generations. Speaking of generations, Rosie, how comes your children? I know you said your grandchildren are okay with the bitter and so on and so forth. But how did your children sort of escape that? Because you said when you gave it to them,
because they had a healthy diet. As I said, fruits and veg. We used to, as I said, we went to Tesco's and we picked up fruits that we knew nothing about, and we just tried them out. Now we've got Google; we could Google it. After school, we would go and we would see if there's any different fruits around. We will go and at a day, like I think it was normally on a Wednesday, we'd go and we'll look at all the exotic fruits, and we'll go and we'll try them out. Yeah, and all these things here I've got for my grandson. All these different shapes, numbers, and letters. So he can be fussy. My last one, he's going to be 3 next month. So to encourage him, we cut out shapes out of the fruits and all these things. Encourage him to eat it, because sometimes he'll say, "No, don't like it, Nana. Don't want it, Nana." So we'll cut things out, using different shapes.
Yeah.
Banana.
Did you ever try anything that didn't quite agree with you?
So with me?
Yeah.
No.
You know, when you used to go on your fruit adventures?
No, nope. We weren't allergic to nothing. Oh, my son, my eldest son, he was allergic to pineapple.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only one. But otherwise, I'll try everything to encourage them to taste everything. All this, I've got mine now. I've got my grandson, who's 3. He's got his own.
Nice.
You know, he's got his own little
nice
cutting boards.
Yeah.
A lot of time I find that encouraging him to cook with me, he'll want to taste it. You know, and he's so proud of it. He does. Or otherwise, he'll say, "Oh no, I don't want it. It's yucky." He's done it. He'll try. Yeah. You know, because he loves fruits. You know.
I think something that a lot of people don't appreciate, and mangoes, you know, they have a laxative property to it.
Yeah.
You know,
they're so good.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I've got also the senna. Got the senna herbs and the senna. Can you see there?
Yeah.
Herbs, and also the senna pods. So if you open something. So
you're going to demonstrate.
I'm going to try.
Yes, we're ready.
It was like brewing tea, wasn't it?
Did you do anything different, Dawn?
Did I do anything different? No. I took the easy way out, and I just used prune juice. Because I just thought, like Rosie said, I think I got to a stage where it was like, no, I'm not putting my children or grandchildren through that griping pain. Oh my gosh, no. I wouldn't want to keep putting them in that position. So I just went for prune juice.
But
Plus, they've allowed them to eat a lot of prune juice, and they also eat a lot of fruits anyway, so they don't have any problems in that department.
Well, the good thing, sorry.
Go ahead, Rosie. I was going to say,
the good thing is my grandson go to a Black Saturday school. Yeah, so he learns a lot about Black history, and I think because with him, he is a bit on the he's got a healthy appetite.
Yes,
you know, a very healthy appetite.
Yes. I hear you.
So he will go, and he loves his little cakes and stuff, even though he knows he mustn't do it. You know, so he knows about Washout. Also, he's the one that will have the Cersei and the bush, and he don't mind. You know? But we'll give him things, and he will say, no, oh, my belly is hurting me. You need a good washout. That's what you need, you know? And he said, oh, yeah, I think so. Oh, yes. So I would tell him about washout, no, or detox, them call it now. Because I feel that he needs to know. And he's my first grandchild, my first baby. So, as I said, then he goes to Saturday school, so he knows a lot about his Black history. You know, so all this Black Lives Matter, he knows a lot about that, and I think it's so important.
How old is he?
He is 11. No, it's 12 now.
12?
Yeah, 12. You know, I think it's very important to know, you know, where he's coming from, because I'm actually gonna write. I've been doing this for years now, and it's all up there. Writing down. You know, where he's coming from. You know, when I visited Ghana, you know, and I want him to go there. You know, I definitely want him to go there. Yeah. So it's good to know where you're coming from.
Do you go to Elmina Castle?
Of course. And that is my home. Going and feeling that I belong. Oh my God. And as I said, that book that you sign in, you know, that is just, and everyone's saying the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
You have to, if you go Ghana, you have to go there.
I think almost the whole world needs to go to places like Elmina Castle, you know, because we don't talk about that particular history enough, really. We talk about many other histories, but we don't talk about, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go into something different there.
Before slavery, there was history, you know? So all this we're talking about now with the food and everything, you know, that was all before, you know, they know how to survive, you know? And this is survival. We knew how to survive when we came to this country. We knew how to survive.
Yes, you know? We had to know how to survive.
Even with the aloe vera, you know, even that's good for your stomach.
Yes.
So everything you touch, you know, get up in the morning, cut the lemon, having lemon and water. You know, drinking lots of water, we know that's good for our stomach. We might not do it. But people, that simple little things. That if you don't grow with it, because my son, when he wasn't eating, he doesn't stay here much anymore. But then when you don't do the things you normally do, eat the fruits you normally eat,
it makes a difference.
You don't feel well. You realise that because you don't do the things you normally do, you're bunged up. You know, everything else, lots of things. Your body's used to having certain things. You know? And then when they realise that, oh my God, fruits are so expensive. You know, when you make fruits your priority, and they're thinking that it must be cheap. You know, and then they realise how expensive it is. You know.
Especially the exotic.
Yes, indeed.
Exactly. You know.
Oh, and you know, I just realised while we're listening to you, something else came to me. Syrup of fig.
Oh, fig.
You literally used to get it in a bottle also, where they actually juiced it. And that was also used to purge us So give us that washout. That was a little bit more gentle, admittedly.
So with that one, if you've got 5 people queuing for the one toilet, you're good.
It's funny because Rosie and I spoke about this yesterday, and I said to her, isn't it funny how our bodies are all so different, because obviously their bodies work so differently that it worked. Could you imagine if it didn't work, what would have happened?
Sorry, Rosemary, so before we carry on, just a quick question from Issa, please. And he says, what Saturday school does your grandson go to?
What is it?
She might not, just to say, I don't know, you might not, I wouldn't probably disclose that on here because it's being recorded and we're
yeah, we can do that. We can give that to Issa maybe a bit later. It's a private message. Yeah, maybe.
Fine. Thank you. Thanks, Issa. Hi, Issa. I hope you're well.
Can I ask, actually, sorry, about the aloe vera? I mean, I've got an aloe vera plant, but I kind of, more decorative. I know I've heard it's good for burns, but I didn't know about it being good for the stomach. How would you, what would you?
Aloe vera juice.
Juice it.
Oh, can you just show us a picture of it again, so people, because I didn't see it. Yeah.
And I got this from Sadie. This is from aloe vera plants.
Can everyone see that? Because it's got kind of spiky leaves, doesn't it? And then you.
Yeah.
And if you're feeling if you're not feeling that adventurous, you can get the juice from most shops, I think, now.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay, another question for you, please, Rosie. What was the comparison when you went to Ghana with the food?
We had a cook that came in, and I like the, what is it, the rice? What is the rice called?
Oh, jollof rice.
Oh, that one. Oh. And Di's rice, jollof rice. Oh. Rice was lovely.
Yeah.
And fish.
But
I think they tend to, because we stayed in a villa, and they just cooked what we wanted to cook. We didn't really go out. We wanted to go to where the kings and queens were. Kumasi,
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll go again, definitely.
I'm not sure, but I think Dad might be blessing us with jollof next week. I'm not sure, What about, no jollof, of course. Oh, yes, we said no jollof, none of the usual, something different. What about the cleansing fruits and stuff when you went to Ghana? I'm trying to see the linkages between Africa and the Caribbean in terms of.
I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing different, really.
Yeah, they do have they have bitters as well in Ghana. It's very much a thing, a done thing.
We're all the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the same.
Yeah, because a lot of things, as I said, with the bushes, they call it something different.
Yeah.
But it's the same.
Yeah.
As Diane said, with the we call it guinnep, and you call it something else. So.
See, a lot of the stuff you've shown us, for example, I mean, I'm sure you go to the shop and, Tesco, Sainsbury, Whole Food or whatever, and you see it packaged up nicely for, £6 for a little, 500 milliliters or something. Yeah. It's all about commercializing these things. People go to the Caribbean, go to Africa and so on, learn local ideas about washout and detox, and then sort of package it nicely and sell it in the shops here to us. And please carry on. Anything?
Well, now we've got more choice. Places like Thornton Heath and Brixton Hill, lots of places now that you can go to and get.
Norwood.
Yeah, we can get our own food. So.
Peckham's really good as well.
So there's loads of choices.
Yeah.
And that's, they taste good and they're so informative. So, you know, we're coming a long way. We've still got a long way
Yes.
to go. You know, there's people in there that know, you know, there's people in there to advise you. You don't feel like you're begging for anything. So,
And of course, like you said before, you also have Google to sort of
yeah,
help. Well, I say Google. Other platforms are available.
yeah.
Other search engines, yeah.
You know, because as I said, when I was looking at the difference between with a washout and detox, and they were
Same
saying
thing.
that washout is a slang.
Yeah.
And it's us that tell them about washout.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yet they're going as if they're the ones that discovered washout. You know? So
your grandchildren are used to wash out completely.
yes.
Washout is probably,
you know, and as I said, it's because, as I said, nowadays it's easier for them to know and understand. It's not like, even though, as I said, because our friends, all our friends the parents were doing exactly the same thing. So it didn't seem like, it didn't seem bad. You know that everyone, as I said, when we was talking about the washout, everybody done it. It wasn't nothing different.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if my grandson would say, "Oh yeah, we have washout." Washout? Washout? You know, he'd have to use the word detox.
Yeah.
You know, oh yeah, we have a detox, and even then, some of them might not know what it is. Because I was shocked when I was working in a school where some children didn't even know what a melon looks like. You know?
Yeah.
Now that they've got this where they give out the free veg bag and stuff like that, it might be different, you know? But if we're not making an effort to edify our children, and sometimes we might not even know ourselves, because I said, fruits and that are still expensive.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's one of the biggest downsides of modern society, that we become quite alienated from nature. You know, we don't know much about fruits, or where food, a lot of the food comes from. I think there was a study some time ago, and kids didn't know where the eggs, you know, just simple eggs came from. You know,
Yeah,
and
I think it's important, because I remember growing up, and they're saying that if you eat carrots, your eyes will be able to see at night. You know, all the things I believed. I remember my auntie used to say to us. Now I was a good child. I was really good.
Of course.
And she said, "Roach, don't get the rice on the floor, because if you get the rice on the floor, it will rain." I thought, wow. I thought, really? And when she wasn't looking, I threw the rice on the floor. I just wanted to see it rain.
Good child.
Even though I was good, I wanted to see it rain, you know? So children, so whether you're good or don't listen or do listen, sometimes you do test things.
Of course.
You know?
Of course.
So with children and eating and doing certain things, I don't think so you think you should lie to them. You know? But be real. You know, so I'm very real with my grandchildren about certain things. And when it comes to food, and good food, not rubbish, you know what I mean? You know, just be real.
Yeah.
You know, as I said, with washout and what we don't know what we're breathing in, you know, we don't know. So washing out the body and everything else, you know, if we could, as I said, a lot of my friends and family, we're all singing from the same hymn sheet.
Yes.
You know, my grandson goes to nursery, and I said, whatever discipline they're doing at nursery, we're doing here. We all do the same thing. It's no, they do that there, we do that here. No, we all do the same thing. You know? So he eats fruits, he does this. We're not fruits here. When he goes to nursery, they got sweets. You know, or they eat this or that. No. We're all doing the same thing. So we're used to it. You know?
It's gonna pass on down the generations again.
Yes.
Further. Can you give us a recap of the fruits that you brought out? Just go through them again, please.
What about the berries?
Yeah.
You know, all the berries, well, most of them, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries. I've got some blueberries as well. I don't know if they ate it this morning. And kiwis as well. Oh, kiwis, sorry.
Just to say about berries, they do say, it's important to have fruit every day, but particularly berries, which obviously are not so easy to get in, in the winter. But I find frozen berries are personally really good as well. Yeah, when they're out of season. Sorry.
Kiwi, quite good as well.
Yeah. I've always wondered about kiwi, actually, where they grow best. And whenever I buy fruits, I always look at the country of origin, always trying to, because I want to see how far it's been flown and so on and so forth. And a lot of the ones I see are from around Italy, which is really interesting. With what have you got there? Pear?
Yeah, that's also good for your insides as well, your constipation.
Yeah. What was it Diane that told us some time ago that pear, that we say pear for here, it's not quite pear in Africa or the Caribbean. It's avocado is called a pear. Did you tell us?
That's right.
Yeah, we call avocado a pear in Ghana.
Also, we call avocado pear as well. Yeah. And cod liver oil.
Oh gosh.
We had to have, and that also helps.
Yeah.
Digestive system. We had to have that, and my children had to have that as well. With whether they liked it or not.
Yes.
So they got away with the bitters, but not the cod liver oil.
That's right. They had to have that.
Yeah.
And they also had something called Brooklax.
Yes.
Chocolate.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, I don't know that.
Yes.
And they still sell that now. Brooklax, which was a chocolate for constipation.
Okay.
But they didn't have that I think they sell it in Jamaica now, but I'm not sure if they, in my mum's time, if they had that. But they had it over here, And also, a lot of the herbal stuff, they used to get it from Baldwin's. That was in Walworth Road in is it Elephant? Update details. Twana! 1 minute. Twana! No, but it's got something like update or something.
Oh.
No. Do I just press it?
Should we do it? Is it a good time to ask the audience if they have any kind of things to share from growing up in terms of detox? Or
Twana!
Dawn, do you want to add any?
Oh, I think she's muted.
Oh, don't.
Just unmute yourself if you have anything you want to.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Like Rosemary, I come from a Caribbean family, so the herbs, the senna-cut, everything that you can think of, and the cod liver oil. I remember my mum standing over me at 19, and when you're a teenager, at 19, you think you're grown. And I remember my mum used to come into my bedroom every morning religiously to kiss us goodbye before she left for work in the morning, and to say, "Take your cod liver oil," and she'd stand over me and feed me that cod liver oil.
Did you have the
No, I am not complaining, because I found, obviously, I developed some kind of allergy towards where I could no longer take it. But what I did, as I got older, I started to replace it with all other different kind of oils, flaxseed oils and things like that. But the blending of things like kiwi fruit, pears, strawberries, all kale, any of those greens, all of those also work extremely well to detox the body also.
Did you have cod liver oil liquid or the capsule?
The caps. My mum used to give us the one, the liquid, the orange flavor.
Okay.
Yeah, pure cod liver oil.
Yeah, and that taste stays in your mouth all day.
No, actually, you know what? It didn't.
No?
Bearing in mind, I couldn't stand it. In fact, the natural one, the one without orange or lemon, that one I kept repeating. But once I started to use the one with the orange in it, no problem at all.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah.
don't you find, Dawn, that I know you said your mom at 19, but my children are going up to 30, and I still say to them, "You take your vitamins yet?"
You know what? I see now. I laugh about it because, like I said, as a teen, your perspectives are so different. But the truth of the matter is, she was doing me a favor. You know, obviously, you love your children, you're going to care for your children. So she was setting me up for life. So obviously, now, you know what I mean? You can have that better quality of life, you know? So, yes, I don't have no complaints, Rosemary.
Yeah.
Because I do it now. So, like, I with the vitamin D. You know, when they were making a big deal about vitamin D, my kids were having vitamin D a long time.
Yeah.
You know, they fish oil, they were having all that, so it was nothing strange. You know,
Yeah.
you find that you do with teenagers or even adults, young people now. You do sort of, you have your life insurance.
Yeah.
You have done that. You know, just reminding them. You know?
But it's true. Yeah, because I do the same. You know, my daughter's grown now, and I'm sort of saying, I keep constantly saying to her, "Are you taking this? Are you taking that? You need to take this. You need to take that." So yeah.
As big as they are,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I still say to them, "You have your washout." Especially if they say to you, "Oh, Mom, I've got a real bad belly, my stomach's killing me." You say, "You that washout."
That's the ultimate language of love. You have your washout.
Indeed.
Yes.
And Diane, anything from Ghana, Nigeria in terms of detox?
I'm just enjoying just listening to.
Yeah, right. It's amazing.
Growing up, I was very, very rebellious. I was very stubborn. We did have so many. My grandfather was, they used to nickname him the Herbal man. He used to give people a lot of herbs. He was a farmer, so he grew a lot of herbs. Actually, that name sounds very wrong, but anyway, that's what they called him. And I remember women even came to him, and growing up now, I don't know how to explain, and having kids. When I had my son, I remember he was positioned the wrong way. So the doctor had to turn him. I can remember vaguely that my grandfather, because I was only like 9, 10, women used to come to him and he used to turn the babies.
Oh, wow.
He used to, in the belly. And he also, women that couldn't have babies, he used to position, I need to actually speak to my dad. He used to position the womb and stuff like that. So I grew up around medicine. I think that somehow made me a little bit stubborn because there were just too many of it. I cannot remember the names. At home right now, I was even talking to my little sister yesterday. She's been home from uni, and she was telling me that how my dad's aloe vera plants are really, really growing, and she's been using on her hair and stuff like that. I grew up on herbs. I'm not gonna lie, and too much of it to the point that, I've been naughty. If mommy hears it, I haven't been doing it regular. I remember there was something. It used to be very tiny, very brownish. I wonder if the chocolate that Mama Rosie is talking about, but it was very bitter. I remember my dad, because as a grown-up, I have chronic constipation, believe it or not, because I haven't been keeping up. So my daddy sends me all those stuff which I keep in the fridge. It's this really, really tiny, blocky thing, and you put it in water and soak it. It's made from plant, but to preserve it, becomes like a block, tiny, tiny block, like a cubes. So you put it in warm water and dissolve it and drink it, and oh my God, my father, the wonders it does.
Yeah.
And I love some.
Yeah, we had, remember we had this really, really long green leaves, and you boil it. I don't remember what it's called. That is in the house right now. I'm going to call my dad as I get off this Zoom.
Yeah.
And you could have a headache and he would tell you, go and drink some. You could have a bellyache, go and drink some. You could have anything wrong with you and he will ask you to go and drink it. So I grew up around. So it's just bringing back memories. And oh God, the fruits. Oh my goodness. Names, I can't remember them, but there was a lot of blending. And of course there wasn't blender. So a lot of the mortar and the pestle, there was a lot of that in my house. There was a lot of preservation.
There we go.
That's it. Yeah, we are fishermen and farmer people, so we have preserved a lot of stuff because we didn't have freezers and whatnot. So we have a lot of dried fish and a lot of dried fruit and veg. So yeah, I grew up around all that. But I'm going to go back and ask. He will be very happy me asking
Yes.
questions again. Yeah.
So thank you, Dan. Rosie, what can you recommend for all of us after this call for a quick washout?
Eat good food. Eat lots of fruits. Listen to it. I'm not Jamaican, I'm English. So.
But you still got the DNA.
On Jamaica, Panano. Wild bush.
Can you bring it closer, please? Thank you.
You can't go wrong with this.
Oh no, can't see it still. Hold on. Oh. Okay.
I think you need to put it a bit back from the camera so we can see it, or
just there.
And just say at the same time so it'll highlight your screen for everyone else.
Because this one's actually got fennel in it as well. You know, you can buy it separately. I have it together.
What's that called? This is fennel.
Yeah.
And where can you buy this?
You can buy it from Esme in Brixton, and also Whole Foods on Railton Road, Atlantic Road. Whole Foods.
It's good, that shop.
Yeah, very good.
Where's Esme in Brixton? Do we just go to the market and shout out?
She's the one who told me about Esme. I don't normally go there.
Dawn.
Hello.
Hiya, Dawn.
Hi.
Yeah, where's Esme? I've got the pods from Esme as well.
Right, okay. I'm going to make the assumptions. Once I'm giving directions, everyone knows Brixton. Yeah? When you come down, is it Atlantic Road? You know that first market that when you come down Atlantic Road and you turn right, next to, there's a shop, a cupcake shop on the corner. When you go into that market there, I just can't remember the name of that actual market. You'd never believe I'm a Brixtonian.
Yeah, I know where you mean. You mean like in the Brixton village as you go through to the...
Yes, because they've changed up Brixton so much, I get confused sometimes. So yes, Brixton Village Market. When you turn in there, Esmin is on that's right, the left-hand side. And opposite is a vegan restaurant.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Helen has asked what else is recommended for health in Caribbean culture, for example, for good skin or good immunity.
Well, to be quite honest with you, I suspect that because of our diet anyway, that's already included without us even knowing. You know, I don't think there's actually anything that you can, me personally, like Rosie, I would say what Rosie would say, eat well. Once you're eating extremely well, plenty of water. And if you drink warm water, first thing in the morning, and wait for 45 minutes before you actually have your breakfast, you'll find that very good for the digestive system, which means if the digestive system's working everything well, everything else works well. That in turn helps the skin also. But olive oil is good for the skin also.
Yeah.
As Diane said earlier, that's very good for the skin.
In drinking?
Plenty of water.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rosie, is there anything else you want to add? I'm conscious of our time, but is there anything else you'd like to?
I think when we cook with love, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Love.
Yeah.
Makes such a difference.
That's the bedrock of the world, right?
Yeah. And with the children as well. When they see you enjoying it, they enjoy it. Because
get them involved.
Yeah. Yeah, when they're able to explore and love what they do, it makes a big difference.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Rosie. Thank you, everyone. I can't help but feel that we need almost a global washout. You know, the way the world is going at the moment, we need a sort of global detox. You know, there's so much happening in this world that, you know, it just doesn't make sense. We need a sort of massive Rosie's washout to help.
Place. Definitely, I think
that was really great. Before you go, can we have another picture? Can we have a picture of you with what's the instrument called that you and
the inducer. This is the inducer, we shall call it.
Hang on, I just want to take a screenshot. Can you? Sorry, can you? I'm having difficulty.
Yesterday I was trying to.
Oh, no, hang on. Can you do it again? Sorry. Oh God.
Yes.
Oh wow. And what are those? What's the symbols on the outside?
I'm not sure. Kofa. Would you know, Diane?
I think she's left now. Actually,
is that from Ghana? When you went to Ghana?
No. Brixton Market.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, I'm aware.
I just have one quick question, please.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to ask whether all the detoxing information will be on the website, like the conversation, any like important things that I've missed. I think she was mentioning some herbs that can be used. I wonder if they'll be on the website as well. But there's a lot of information, to take in. So I'll just listen.
What we'll do is the session's being recorded, so we'll put it up on our YouTube, and then Rosemary, perhaps you can send us a little. If you can send me a highlight of the main kind of herbs and information we discussed, and we'll put something on a blog up as well.
Yes, that would be very useful for me because I think I need some wash. I've been feeling very bloated.
Another herbs. My cousin Nahisi, she's a herbalist, and she does.
Okay.
And there's a guy in by the Wreck.
Yes.
He does a lot, and he also runs courses. And his name's Nita, I think, Vital.
What's his name? Can you come a bit closer? Okay. Yep. Yeah.
But I'll give you all the contacts.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. And I think we all will have this image of your family, your 5 siblings next to you, and after having a washout and fighting for the toilets.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much, Rosie. This has been really enlightening. It's shown us again the importance. A lot of the time we don't have maybe the written knowledge you pass on, but we pass on through oral history to children and so on and so forth. And that is so important in this world of ours today. So thank you very much, and thank you Helen and Zoe for hosting this, of course.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much, Nick.
Yeah, as I upstairs.
And thank you, Rosemary. It's awesome, really.
Thanks, Dawn, as well for adding. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
You're welcome.
Before we leave, our next session of these events is on Thursday. It's Diane and Sharon are doing one, but it's moved to a Thursday at the same time at 12. So hope to see you all there. If anyone wants to host another one before then, please get in contact with me.
Wonderful.
Or Helen.
I was thinking before we started, why aren't we doing this every week?
Well, I think it would be. We were talking about how